Hello, it's Not Bad Cat here on June 8th, 2022 with your weekend Rimworld mod updates and uploads. What's a mod that got you back into playing Rimworld after a break? Was it because it changed how you played? You could do something different? Some mods can really transform the game, and I have some for you today. Let's dive in. Biome Transitions by Moonlight is the next exciting transformation to your colony map. Did you add a new biomes mod and can't decide which to settle your colony on? Tired of temperate forest but think temperate swamp is just too swampy? With Biome Transitions, settle on a tile on the border and have both on your map. What about where 3 meet? Yep, all 3. Choosing a temperate forest tile surrounded by desert, enjoy your own oasis of forest surrounded by the desert on your map. Biome flora will spawn on the colony map according to the tiles surrounding your chosen tile, and you'll get animals from all the biomes too. And its required mod, Geological Landforms, also by Moonlight, got an update this week. Geological Landforms by Moonlight has had quite a few changes. A new feature has been added that impacts the oasis and ice oasis landforms. Multiple biomes can be present in different areas of the same map. Previously, your oasis wasn't all that green since plants spawn based on the world tile's biome, desert. Now your oasis can be lush, filled with the temperature-appropriate flora. Cliff landforms will be more affected by the tile's hilliness factor. Isthmus landforms are more common and generate between an ocean and a lake tile. And you can disable landform scaling with map size. You might not want to make the lake or cove larger. That way you get more green space, or in a crater, more mountain to dig. Zaljerem has revived a small but helpful mod in Wild Haygrass Continued. Haygrass will grow in temperate and arid shrubland biomes in the wild, because the wild should have some much longer grasses. Vanilla biomes always look so bare. Anima trees and those natural shrines added by the Royalty DLC are cool, except they hate anything you build and they have a radius that is far too large. Your colonists waste hours of their time having to go to the tree to pray for a little bit and then spend hours getting back to work. Or you can put them close and their effectiveness goes down very quickly. Smaller radius for Anima trees, shrines, and Animus stones by Longman does exactly what it says it does. Now, the Anima trees radius is 10 and much more manageable. Shrines and Animus stones have a radius of 4. Nature shrines can actually be useful and a part of a colony for your tribal pawns. You don't keep the lights in your house on 24/7, do you? Day-Night Lamps by HorribleNerd lets you simulate the day-night cycle for your underground colony or save a few watts. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., day lamps are on, while night lamps are on from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. They use 30 watts when active and 20 watts when resting. LTS Furnishing by LimeTreeSnake received an update that has added quite a few new items. Dressers and end tables from this mod can now satisfy your royalty pawns. Enjoy new door frames, arches, and doors, which also now open faster, making many of them better than vanilla doors. There's also futuristic walls that are capable of transmitting power. That's a pretty easy way of powering all of your interiors. There's 3 futuristic floors, plank path, and a floor covering atlas. In the Architect tab, you'll now have LTS Furnish and LTS Build categories since there's an ever-growing amount of items. LimeTreeSnake also released LTS Systems, a frameworks mod which LTS Furnishing uses. Modders can use this framework to build their own mods with these features. Custom door functionality, which includes doors larger than 1x1. For example, doors can have different graphics. Other features include Tabletop Placeworker and 2 I expect to be filled out when they release their Environments mod, Aquatic Plants, and Plant Spread components. Aelanna has added the Heruan race, a feathery race that uses vanilla body shapes and is compatible with Combat Extended. Faster than humans but with delicate bodies, this race comes equipped with large talons on their feet for some serious melee damage. This race is curious, like a cat, and have a 10% global learning speed. A neat mechanic is their memory obsession and memory shards. All Heruan want to record memories of every individual, colonist and outsider alike. They'll have a stacking mood debuff for any death near them where memories weren't recorded. If you aren't going to make raiders your prisoners, have your Heruan record their memories while they're downed. You'll receive a memory shard based on the pawn's highest skills or some traits. Memory shards can be used to increase a random related skill, or you can construct memory sculptures, which give buffs to nearby allies. Rose Apparel by Rown updated this week with almost every apparel getting a texture update. Whether you have the Ideology DLC or not, let your colonists wear more prayer-like clothing. Make your colonists look like monks, witches, have wings of various types, or maybe cultists. Plus, the Haori and the Hakama are new additions to this mod. If you still play Rimworld on version 1.2, you can add this mod to your list as well. Get a little thematic with colonist apparel with Gunmar's Victorian Era Apparels. It's great for Victorian, Old West, or Steampunk with several dresses, jackets and coats, hats, and a helmet. They're available for the 4 vanilla body types. The mod was recently updated and got rid of mood debuffs of colonists wearing opposite gender clothing, kinda like the clothes in the Royalty DLC. But if you want the mood debuff, you can download a version in the mod's description. Take to the skies even earlier in the tech tree with Sailpunk Airships by Danadriel. Requiring SRTS expanded, Danadriel's airships look like it came out of a steampunk setting or mastered flight in the medieval or tribal era, and it's perfectly suited for low-tech colonies. They're still expensive to build, but they require materials that are much easier to find. They have a good range for the tech level and can carry a lot of colonists and items. As you can imagine, when it's held together with rope, cloth, and wood, they're a bit fragile and don't exactly go fast. They are fueled with wood, and quite a bit of it. Make sure you take enough for the return trip. There are a few things you need to know. SRTS ships can travel across the world with almost no effort and time at all. The code wasn't meant for slow travel. In order to refuel, you'll need to land and settle or pick up a camping mod. It recognizes chem fuel as fuel automatically, but wood will need to be hand-loaded by the pawns. Also, pawns don't take care of themselves like they do in a caravan. You'll want to land for colonists to eat. Danadriel is an artist, not a coder, so if you have the skills, perhaps you can help. There's 4 ship designs right now, with potentially more to come in the future. Medieval Overhaul by Serp Lala Payan got a huge update. Explore 4 new types of ruins through quests, with new treasure exclusively found inside. Several books, including Book, an ancient codex, dice, or gold skulls. There's also some additional books called Treatise that are one-time skill trainers. Some loot can be placed around your base to show off your collection, but you'll have to clean it first. Special loot includes rings that improve certain stats when worn, or legendary named weapons or apparel. You might even happen across some ancient buildings. Your royals and ideologians will want them. Enjoy the cave and forest variants of the large cobra, giant constrictor, and lindworm creatures. You'll find the forest variant in the dark forest biome, caves variant in caves, but those lindworms, they only spawn as part of an event. There's more buildings, such as racks and shelves, palisades, cavalry spikes walls, and, thanks to Aoba, castle embrasures and castle walls. The cart is your medieval orbital trade beacon. Because if you're medieval only, you're stuck with trade caravans and caravanning yourself. This cart is a very welcome addition. Find gemstones on your map or in ruins to make jewelry. Create a necklace or ring to increase beauty and social impact. Citrine, jade, amber, and onyx are common, while emerald, sapphire, and ruby are noble. Amber's not a stone, so how do you get amber? Ancient trees. Factions have been replaced with 4 noble houses: Soren, Oswin, Amboise, and Hesse. Each come with their own flag and apparel, and if you like the look, you'll just have to kill some of their pawns because you can't craft faction apparel. Perhaps you'll do so with a trebuchet, which received a rework with stone and tarred boulders. Looking to get close and personal? Get gunpowder and tar from a mine shaft and craft yourself a smoke flash or fire pot. And I can't help but notice in that work of progress, the boiling pot. We were pretty terrible to each other in the Middle Ages. That wraps up the mod updates and uploads for June 8th, 2022. You can always know when I upload a new video by joining my Discord, so come say hi.